Hey Shark fans, it's Melinda Marsalis. Welcome to Heard It on the Shark. I'll be your show host, and Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area is your show sponsor. Heard It on the Shark is a weekly interview show that airs every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on the Shark 102.3 FM radio station based in Ripley, Mississippi. Then it's released as a podcast on all the major podcast platforms. You'll hear interviews with the movers and shakers in North Mississippi who are making things happen. I'll talk to entrepreneurs, leaders of business, medicine, education, and the people behind all the amazing things happening in North Mississippi. When people ask you, how did you know about that? You'll say, I heard it on the Shark. Heard It on the Shark is brought to you by the Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area. We want you to get out and discover the historic, cultural, natural, scenic, and recreational treasures of the Mississippi Hills that are right in your backyard. And of course, we want you to take the Shark 102.3 FM along for the ride. Musical credit belongs to Hill Country Blues guitar legend Gary Burnside and the late great Buddy Grisham, playing Long Way Home from their album Acoustic Brothers, which was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
This program was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
Hey Shark fans, it's Melinda with another episode of Heard It on the Shark. And today in Sun Bear Studio, I have with me Miss Janet Jones, who is the Farmers Market Director over in Benton County. Janet, thanks so much for driving over.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I love your Farmers Market. It is so nice.
Thank you.
Now, you guys, when do you open?
We will open, our grand opening day is Wednesday, June the 5th. It opens at 8 o'clock in the morning till 11:30. We are located on the lawn of the old courthouse on the square in Ashland.
I absolutely love that courthouse square. It is so old-fashioned looking. And to me, one of the coolest things about your farmers market is that courthouse is now a museum, and you guys have been smart enough to open the museum while the farmers market is open.
Right, and they open at 9 o'clock to 12 Wednesday and on Saturday.
So you can run over to Ashland and enjoy their farmers market and get a tour of the museum. It's a great thing to take kids to. They can see locally grown foods. They can pick out their vegetables for the week. And they can also get a tour with the great history that's inside that museum.
Right. And last year we celebrated the courthouse was 175 years old.
That is amazing.
Yep. So.
Were you guys ever burned down?
No. The courthouse was actually built in the 1870s after the Civil War.
Okay, I didn't do the math there.
Right,
Now, because our courthouse here in Ripley was burned down twice, and the structure, of course, was built over the top of it. But, okay, so 1870.
Yeah, I think it was 1873, and I said 175, but it's 150.
150 years old.
150 years old.
Okay.
So it was built 10 years after the Civil War, so.
All right. And it is beautiful. The courthouse lawn is beautiful. So you guys set up right there on the courthouse lawn?
In the shade. We'll have anywhere between 10 and 18 vendors every Wednesday, and they average, the range is anywhere from fruits, vegetables, and honey to handmade jewelry, goat milk soaps and lotions, canned goods. It's a lot.
Let's talk about 3 different sorts of vendors that you guys have. You have some big vendors, some local small vendors, and you have some non-food vendors. So let's start with the big ones. I love Tubby Creek Farms. Let's talk about them.
Okay, Tubby Creek is about 2 miles from the square of Ashland. It's owned by Randy and Josephine Alexander, and it is a very large farm. They grow all kinds of vegetables, fruit, and they do CSA packages, and they are one of the biggest vendors at the Cooper Young in Memphis.
Yeah, they actually take those CSA boxes to Memphis so you can pick up your box of vegetables.
Right. You join it 2 times a year, spring crops, fall crops, and you can go on their website, tubbycreekfarm.com, and you can check out their CSA boxes.
I left your farmer's market one day last year and met them out at their farm, and it is enormous.
It is. They have several high tunnels. They were able to build a new, I don't know what Randy would call it, but it's where they wash all their vegetables and package it. A lot of walk-in coolers, and they're really large, and we're really, really fortunate to have them in Ashland.
Yeah, they do have some beautiful vegetables. And a Bottle Tree?
Bottle Tree Poultry Farm, that's Marilyn Cheeseman, and she's out on Hoover Road. And she and her helper, they have high tunnels, and they grow all kinds of vegetables, cut flowers, and she's certified to sell chicken and duck eggs.
Okay, do they sell, like, can you buy processed chicken or just chicken eggs?
Just the eggs.
Okay.
Just the eggs.
And duck eggs?
And duck eggs.
Do they often sell duck eggs at the market?
All the time. And you have to be certified through the Department of Animal Health out of Jackson. And which you have to go through. He comes out once a year. He does blood tests, all that on your poultry, and check your nesting boxes. And to be able to sell eggs at a market, you need to have a way they have to be washed. They have to have the NPIP certification. They have to be transported in a refrigerated device, and they have to be kept at the market in something refrigerated.
Okay, so you've got two really big outfits that come to your market, and then you have some really nice small local places. So let's hear about a couple of those. Okay,
well, we have Dave Jones. He comes every year and has been with us since, the second year we opened. He brings a lot of vegetables and fruit. We have other smaller individual people, and I'm always looking for anyone that grows a garden. You've got too many tomatoes, too much okra, whatever, just bring it up. We'll set you up, and you can sell it.
Yeah, I like that it doesn't have to be this big deal.
No.
You can just come, put your folding table up, and sell
and we're
to
in the
your
shade. You don't have to have a tent. So anyone that's growing anything, even blackberries, muscadines, peas, if you've got too many, just bring them on up and you can set up.
Janet, how far away can you live and participate?
Well, it's 75 miles. And we also have Cherry Creek Orchard, which I did mention to you, and everybody knows them. They're out of Pontotoc, and they'll be there, and they have peaches, strawberries, blackberries. Oh, gosh. And they'll bring some vegetables. So, and we're lucky to have them to bring that kind of fruit because we just don't have that here in Benton County.
I agree. Those are three really heavy hitters that you have. And plus your locals, it's just so much fun to buy their extra vegetables because it's inexpensive and it lasts for a long time. It's great.
It lasts. If you see tomatoes, cantaloupe, watermelon, corn being sold now, it was not grown here. They'll purchase it from warehouses, from Alabama, whatever. But when the vegetables do start coming in, which they should in the next month, especially the tomatoes, and though we have potatoes, sweet potatoes, red potatoes, if you ever buy locally grown vegetables, they last forever. They're nothing like what you buy in the grocery store.
I bought some tomatoes at the grocery store this week just because I can't wait to have some. And I'm like, well, it's not fresh, but it'll do.
Yeah. They have a different taste and just the longevity. I mean, they just last forever.
So we've talked about the big outfits and the small farmers who are just bringing their extra things. Let's talk about your non-food items that you have because they're really nice.
Okay. Well, we're going into our 11th year, which is a miracle. We've worked very hard. We have some dedicated vendors. And then in 2015 or 16, I applied through the state to become a certified market. And out of 80-something markets throughout the state, there's only like 20-something that's certified. There's a lot of rules that you've got to meet when it comes to has to be locally grown, has to be handmade, which opened the categories for crafts. And now I do canned goods, and there's only through the Mississippi State Department of Health, the cottage kitchen guidelines, there's only certain canned goods that you can sell at the market. So I do the canned goods. It opened the categories for textiles, sewing, crocheting. We have handmade jewelry makers. We have goat milk, soaps and butters, wood crafts, all kinds of wood crafts. So we have a big variety of different products that you can get.
I've bought it all. I bought your goat soap that they sell, and it's fantastic. I've bought some really nice homemade jewelry that is made there. So it's a lot of fun.
And it's a lot of work. Of course, we go set up every Wednesday, but between Wednesday and the next Wednesday, we're all either pulling or picking out of the garden or we're hand making everything. It's a job, but we enjoy doing it.
Now, I know that there are different programs that help stretch your dollar. There's different senior citizen programs and all. And there's different maybe visiting farmers who might only be there that 1 week or vouchers that happen. What is the best way to keep up with the market from week to week?
The best way is to go to our Facebook page, and it's under the heading of the Benton County Farmers Market Ashland. And I had to put Ashland because there's Benton counties all over the United States that's got this page. Every week, I post on our page several times, especially what's coming up that Wednesday. If there's special crops being harvested, I'll put it on there. You know, if you're looking for corn or black-eyed peas or whatever, if you will check the Facebook page, and you'll see what we have.
The Benton County Farmers Market
Ashland.
All right. Yep. Awesome. Okay, Janet, I can't wait. The market opens tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. You can take the kiddos out there or not and just get a tour of the museum and come home with all the fresh vegetables you can eat in the week, maybe even some goat soap.
That's right. Thank you. And I hope everybody comes.
Okay, everybody. This has been Janet Jones. She is the director of the Farmers Market at Benton County. If you want to follow them this summer to see what all good programs they have, it's the Benton County Farmers Market Ashland. Thank you, Janet, again for driving over.
Thank you.
Okay, Shark fans, that's it for this edition of Heard It on the Shark. Tune in every Tuesday at 11 a.m. to find out what's happening with our local community leaders. If you have a question, a comment, you want to make a suggestion for an interview, or if you want to hear this interview, you can go to our website, shark1023.com, and click on the podcast tab. Keep it tuned to the Shark 1023 and have a great rest of the day.
The Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area was established by the United States Congress in 2009 and represents a distinctive cultural landscape shaped by the dynamic intersection of Appalachian and Delta cultures. This intersection has produced a powerful concentration of nationally significant cultural icons, including King of Rock and Roll Elvis Presley, First Lady of Country Music Tammy Wynette, blues legend Howlin' Wolf, civil rights icons Ida B. Wells Barnett and James Meredith, America's favorite playwright Tennessee Williams, and Nobel laureate William Faulkner. The stories of the Mississippi Hills are many and powerful, from music and literature to Native American and African American heritage to the Civil War. The Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area supports the local institutions that preserve and share Northeast Mississippi's rich heritage. Begin your discovery of the historic, cultural, natural, scenic, and recreational treasures of our region by visiting the Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area online at mississipphills.org.
This show is made possible by JC Media, LLC in Ripley, Mississippi. JC Media owns the Shark 102.3 Classic Rock FM radio station where the show is hosted, and Sun Bear Recording Studio where the interviews are recorded. We need your feedback and support. If you listen to the podcast on a player like iTunes, Google Podcasts, or Amazon Music, please subscribe to the show and leave us a review. We also have an email in which you can share your feedback. That email is theshark1023@gmail.com. Subscribe to our podcast on your favorite app or stream episodes online at shark1023.com/podcasts. Today's episode was produced by Melinda Marsalis. It was edited by Rick Williams and engineered by Chris Marsalis. The podcast technician is Joyce Grady.